Welcome back to Broke Ass EDC, home of the working stiffs, everyday carry. I've got another one of these Vortexes. I was pretty thrilled, pretty happy with the other one, so I scrolled down through their site there at vortexknives.com and tried to find another one that kind of piqued my interest. I mean, it came packaged the exact same way. Little cleaning cloth. Can't never have enough of them. This is their Rhino. It's definitely an odd shape. You can see where the Rhino comes in. So you're looking at a D2 blade on these with right at 3 inches, a little bit over. I mean, not much over the 3-inch mark. And I'm guessing, because, you know, I'm a novice, so I might catch some heat in this modified sheep's foot. You know, it's kind of an oddball there with the, I guess, the horn. But it's got the complex grind on it there, so it does entertain the eye. You can see it's a, let's see if you can see it, a little bit oily. They both of them came a little bit on the oily side, and of course it's got to go to the t-shirt. Wife loves that. Knife oil all over the shirt. But I carried this one. I was pretty pleased with it. It doesn't have the best flipper action. You get a lot of those where it's quite almost there. You got to throw a little bit of a flick in it, because it ain't got it in it. Now I've managed to reverse flick it out of this hole a couple times. No way it'll happen on camera. Nope. See, so a fella could probably get, you know, it's got a better skill set than me, probably a decent set of fingers, but no, can probably get it to flick on out there. I mean, that's not a deal breaker. I can work the wrist. It's riding on that bearing pivot, but it's I don't know if that detent just needs to be a little stronger or what. But you're gonna have to flick it with your wrist if you're wanting that one hand open to get that 3-inch blade out. And on this one, you've got the G10 handles, and they're right at 4.5 inches. And another thing that wasn't really tickled about, you can see it's tipped down carry. And there I go dropping it. But this one, unlike the other, has 2 screws in the pocket clip. It's not exactly sitting low, but it's not a massive amount sticking out. Just for comparison, because, you know, if I'm going to call this an EDC, it's got to lay up against the King, which it's a massive compared to it. I mean, just the girth on it. But overall length is really not that much longer. But it is a lot wider. You do feel this in your pocket pretty good. I mean, this one almost, no, not quite. It won't quite sit inside of it. But it does lock up well. And you get a good grip on it. That is cut out. And I've got some big wide fingers. So, I mean, you can choke up on it. But I mean, you're right there on it. You can feel it. I'd hate to slip on it, because I mean, it did come in pretty sharp. The last one did, this one also. Well, I said that. I did use it a little bit. So, it's not really a slicer. It's too thick for that. But it did have a decent edge on it. I mean, it'll cut and tear a little bit. It could probably, to be honest, use a honing or a sharpening right now. But under that $40 mark, it's a pretty solid knife. It's heavy. You can get some good leverage on it to make some cuts. And it's definitely interesting when you take a look at it. I mean, good solid construction. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. The lockup on it's good and tight. You can see it's locked up. You can get in there to it pretty well. I mean, you're not having the friction against the blades. So, I mean, it's a good lockup. It's just that action, maybe that D10 or something there. And for those who care about it, it's got the lanyard hole if you want to throw that high-vis lanyard hanging off of it. But it's definitely a knife if you use on the job site and decided it needed to be a pry bar. Or if you walked off in the woods and left it on a log, you're not going to be too tore up if you can't find it at that price range. But I think it's a pretty good knife. I just straight bought it off of that blade and that name, Rhino. Just kind of liked it. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you. Stay sharp. Stay safe. See you later.